Finally, tonight, from the ashes of ruin comes a story of true love. Here's CBS's Steve Hartman on the road.
Bride and groom Elizabeth and Jake Landuyt say their wedding was like a fairy tale.
You may kiss your bride.
Everything we could have dreamed of.
Until
my dad was doing his father of the bride speech, and just a minute in, he was interrupted by some of our guests.
House unfair.
And that was the end of that.
What's going on here?
As we first reported a couple years ago, the cottage right next to their wedding venue on Mackinac Island, Michigan caught fire, and everyone had to evacuate the area. This is a picture of the newly fleds, abandoning their reception.
I just figured we had to walk away from that.
So we just started heading towards the church.
The church where they'd just been married. This time, they prayed for everyone's safety. And in the end, no one was hurt, and even the building was saved.
seemed like the only thing that couldn't be salvaged was their wedding day. But unbeknownst to the bride and groom, while they were in that church praying, angels were swooping in from all over town.
We needed to step up and do the right thing.
First, the chef at the venue took all 120 meals to a restaurant next door.
We just cooked it, sauced it, and off down the street it went.
Down the street to a resort that had an event space available.
And we started just pulling everything that we had.
And what they didn't have, yet another restaurant provided.
So we got it all on a cart and pushed it down Main Street.
And because of everyone's efforts,
it's gonna be great.
In less than an hour, the bride was back to blushing.
And what did you charge for this help?
Nothing.
I didn't charge him anything.
Nothing.
No.
To have them pick up a reception out of ashes in a very literal sense made the wedding better than we ever could have imagined.
2 years later, they are now one person more. Last month, Elizabeth, Jake, and baby Owen returned to Mackinac Island to celebrate their anniversary. This time, without the dramatics, but with some perspective.
Dare I say you're glad it worked out the way it did?
I caught up with the family over Zoom.
I don't know if I quite use the word glad, but that was one day, one part of our life journey, and now we have a much more important part now.
Adorable evidence that even when life turns on you, it often turns back. Steve Hartman, CBS News, on the road.